Hello my dear friends, this is PaintyKat. My name is Catherine and today we're going to paint with acrylic. Yes, finally, and it's gonna be a Christmas composition. I will create it on a paper, but you can use a canvas. Also, my paper canvas textured and it's fixed on a table with a tape. It have a little bit yellow tone, so I'm covering my paper with a white acrylic. I need a bit better coverage, but if you're painting on a white paper or canvas, this first layer can be very thin. Let's paint with round sponges. First one, the biggest from the set. I have set of 4 sponges, different sizes. I don't like to mix colors with a sponge because it's taking too much acrylic, so I'm mixing with brush and taking shade that already mixed with sponge. It's not just a sponges here, also it's some splatters with a thin brush, and this is a demonstration tutorial, so I'm gonna skip some parts. A real-time tutorial going for 1 hour and 38 minutes, and it's available in my creative club, so welcome to join. You can find link down below. Also, I use a little bit of carmine plus cobalt blue for other spots here and some pink splatters. This step really easy. It's a background, it's done, dry it well, and let's go to the next step. Next step here, it's a fir tree. I'm painting without traceable or sketch. I didn't any. For you, my friends, if you need it, it's ready to use. Also, you can find it in my creative club and link on my traceable I also added in a description. So how to find a proper place, a good place for this fir tree? Well, it's not too close to the left edge of the paper. It's about maybe 5 centimeters from it. Create a bunch of the needles on the end. Next, with a dotted line, you need to create a base line for this fir tree little twig, and next just add some extra green needles. It's going up and down. Try to create them not all the same. They need to look a bit random, crisscross each other. Some of them can be thinner or thicker. Right now it's just a green color, some green. Later we will add a bit of dark needles and a light green needles for better value. Next, it's umber burnt, and again with a dotted line add a twig. Usually it's brown color there or maybe a dark green. This way you need to plant 3 of the fir tree twigs, and in this composition I want to demonstrate to you and want to share to you steps how to create poinsettia flowers. It's a very beautiful one. So many colors around right now. It can be white, a little bit green, pink, red, burgundy, and the title of this plant also a Christmas star. I like it so much, so where to start? Let's paint 2 colors today. First, it's gonna be like a creamy one, and another one maybe a peach color like that, and another one gonna be a dark red. So first, it's a basic layer of the green leaves of poinsettia. It's going around, so you need to imagine big circle and paint green leaves in this circle. For first flower, I added just 4 of the green leaves. It's enough, no need for more. And for another, for this one, maybe 2 is enough, because on top of it we're going to paint peach petals and red petals. Flat slanted brush number 6, it's a perfect one for this kind of shapes. And this leaf done. Yeah, if for the background you can use any white with bad coverage or good coverage, doesn't matter. Right now you have to use a good one. So I'm painting at the moment with acrylic. It's a campus. I like it pretty much. And first color here, first flower, I mixed a little bit of red, lemon yellow, and lots of white. I'm not mixing colors completely, so in one brush stroke you're able to see maybe more yellowish colors, or some of them looking more orange maybe. That's fine. Let's create a second petal. It's gonna go this way. If you will use too light shade, it's gonna be not visible because background behind this petal have white areas. If petal laying on a green one, on a green leaf, that's fine. It's possible to use almost white, but look, all those tiny leaf veins we're gonna paint with clear white later, and it will be not visible if right now you will use already clear white. So for first you need to start with a darker color. I decided choose a peach one. I like it, but as I told you, it's so many beautiful colors of these flowers, so you can choose those one you like more. Here the same, you need to imagine a big circle and create petals inside of it, so only a tip of the each petal touching this circle. By the way, this is not a petals actually, flowers of poinsettia. It's so small, and it's blooming only in a pointy center of this plant. This is a colorful leaves close to flowers, but I will call it a petals because this way it's a difference between green leaves and these colorful leaves. As soon as the shape of the flower done, just fill the center. This is a demonstration tutorial, so here I'm sharing just main steps and main techniques you need to know. So I'm gonna skip similar process of a basic shape for a red poinsettia. How to detail petals? It's more important question, isn't it? So look, I'm starting always from the edge of the petal and spreading color inside of the petal like this. Same time, color for detailization, it's a little bit lighter than a red color of the basic shape. As soon as you did all petals around, need to give a shape for second layer of the petals and a third one. Here the same, start from the edge and spread color inside of the shape like this. And this is a third one, really tiny but beautiful petals. I will create 3 of them, and this star, this flower can have from the 5 till 8 or even 9 points. I saw a couple of plants at store near to me, and there was a different plants. Let's add a tiny veins. This is central one, and look, if you're a beginner, for you it will be easier to start from the center of the flower like this. This way brushstroke will be thicker from the start and thinner in the end naturally. If you experience enough, for you it doesn't matter really. You can start from the end of the each petal or from the start of it, doesn't matter really, because you already can control pressure you give on your brush. Not just flowers here, and yes, for second poinsettia you need to do the same, all those tiny veins. It's taking time, but it's really easy, trust me, just do it one by one tiny line by another one. And for detailing light poinsettia, I used just clear white. Two types of berries here, it's rowan berries and a dog roses berries. This is a rowan, a tiny twig, and look, it's really easy to create it with a flat and slanted brush. Start with flat side and turn it a little bit, like this. This way, this twig looking interesting and gentle same time. It's created in one go, in one brush stroke. And continue it behind poinsettia red leaf. This is our rowan berries. It's actually nice to create it with a tiny sponges, but I don't have this size. It's really a tiny, really a small one, so I'm using a flat brush and I'm turning it. Look this way, you'll get a round shape. Put your brush on a paper and just turn it. Don't care right now about red, it's really transparent, and of course you need just to layer on top mix of red and a little bit white. This way you will cover all these green needles that's still transparent. About shape for future ornament, many ways how to create it. It can be a sponge, but honestly I don't have a sponge this size as well. I'm not happy with those I have, so I pick this glass. This shape I like, I mean this size. So how to transfer it on a paper? Really easy. Cover the edge of this glass with a color like this and put your glass on a paper. Let me remove some extra. Done. Accurate enough. Let's put it on and press a little bit. Ta-da! Perfect round shape. Of course color, it's need to be the same that you're gonna use later for ornament. I will create orange one. Let me fill a shape with lemon yellow and white. Of course you have to cover all those blue and violet spots on the background. That's still visible here. So let's cover it well. Please be really careful right now and not step out of this circle. Background around already done. And of course color of ornament can be different here. It can be light green, for example, also very beautiful color for this composition. It can be red as well, and also you can create composition in a whole or just a part of it. For example, the real-time tutorial going more than 1.5 hours, really long, isn't it? If you shorten the time, you can create just a one poinsettia, for example, or maybe one poinsettia and ornament. That's it. Let's create value for ornament here. Let me remind you the order of spots on the shape of the ball or sphere. It's a highlight, it's a tone, it's a shadow and reflection on a bottom part. But here we need to paint not just on reflection, but also colors around. It's need to have some reflection on this surface. It can be a little bit of red spots or maybe a peachy one because this light poinsettia gonna reflect in this ornament as well. Berries, green leaves. You don't have to create exact reflection, I mean shape of the objects around this ornament, but at least a touch of the color. I like to create a shadow here with red and carmine. I think it's very colorful. Here it is, its own reflection on the bottom, and this is a highlight. A little bit of green here and there. I even not gonna blend it really well. Let it be like this, visible well. And let's paint pattern. I will demonstrate it in details here as well, the full process. Look, first it's a circle. I'm gonna create a huge snowflake. Circle done with dots first, and next it's an extra dots. Create it more visible. Next, it's a tiny line. Continue it through this circle, but not paint it in a circle of the snowflake. And continue it on the opposite side. Here the same. And continue on another side. And third one. And continue that. Here is a basic shape of the snowflake. Now, let's paint a tiny few trees on edge, line around, like this, very small one, line by line. I'm using just white color. Here another one. Please don't care much about on a highlight. This fir tree gonna be almost invisible. That's fine, that's fine. Let's continue snowflake. And between each fir tree I'm gonna create a tiny house. A house very small. It's almost just a roof. That's fine. And you have to repeat this pattern all the way around. Imagine snowflake gonna be on a side, on the right side, on the left side. Of course it's only a tiny part, but still you need to create it to give a feeling like this pattern going all around. What to do with a part of snowflake that's not visible? Create it. Repeat it with a darker color. So the snowflake will be visible as a darker colors on a white or on a light part of the surface and as a light pattern on the dark part of the surface. I choose orange. It can be red also if you need to paint it more visible, for example. And now you can see the whole shape of snowflake. A tiny touch with a darker looking orange. That's it. I like it, looking gentle and beautiful. Let's create cap for the ornament. It's a bronze color. I use just burnt umber. Done. And a metal ring. And look, this metal ring, it's have white behind it. There, brown is enough. But as soon as I have a green behind it, I put also a tiny highlight on top. And a red thread that connecting wall and fir tree twig. I will touch this poinsettia red one with hints of light orange, just in case, you know, I feel like right now it's looking too dark. Acrylic can look dark after it's dry completely, sometimes, not all colors. So try to step back when your composition almost completed and try to look it in a general, in a whole, if it's looking balanced enough. If you feel like some flower may look darker than you expected, you can add a tiny highlights on the edges of the petals. Of course, need to connect berries all together and then to the twig, and composition done. You can see right now on the bottom part on the left side there is an empty area. You can put there maybe some nice wishes to your friends or family. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Red color would be very lovely for this sign. As for me, I will create my own sign here on the left and the bottom part, and that's it. My friends, thank you very much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this scenery, this greeting card. You can use just a part of it or create the whole composition with me. If you still have any questions, please don't be shy to ask me in the comments. I'm here to help you. Let's see how it's looking without tape around. Let me remove it. And it's done. Yeah, here how it's looking. If you like to paint with me, don't forget to share me your paintings. Join my Instagram and don't forget #PaintyKat. I'll catch you later on my next videos. It was a PaintyKat. Bye bye.